Next we have Vaibhav from Clio Network.
Cheers to Vaibhav. You can start your presentation.
Yeah. Hello everyone. So today I'm going to tell you something very interesting. This is one of the ideas probably you have never heard before in blockchain space. So what I'm trying to build is something called as proof of internet history. So every time we go ahead and browse certain websites, we are collecting huge amounts of data with our browsing history. But that data is mostly utilized by Google Ads and Facebook Ads, and they store multi-chain cookies and they make a lot of money from it. And there you are never be a part of revenue share. So what is the problem that this is trying to solve? So companies control all the data, they're able to build recommendation engines on top of that data, and on that basis, they are able to control public opinion. Those algorithms control public opinion because of the amount of data that they possess. And this has been seen a lot of times. There have been election narratives that have been modified because of this, because of these algorithms. Also, these discovery engines or these recommendation engines or algorithms are controlled by very select few companies, and that is what their USP is. Like, because they control such vast amounts of data, they have a lot of authority, and that is why they are always running in cross with regulators. Also, whenever we go ahead and search something on Google, there are like top 4 or 5 advertisements of posts that we see, and those advertisements or even generic search results, they have become artificial in nature because the way the SEO works. So there would be a website that would be specifically targeting you, and they would have an hack to build their SEO better to come at the top of those Google results, irrespective of whether that's relevant for you or not. And lastly, every time you go ahead and all the data is being stored in pixels, or they are being stored in cross-chain pixels, which go ahead and track you via cookies, and then they go ahead and target you. What I'm trying to say, if you search something, let's just say best hackathon, probably you will see a lot of advertisements of hackathons. Or if you go ahead and search just shoes, you will see results of shoes everywhere on the internet next time you browse anything. So how do we go ahead and solve this problem? So introducing Clio.network, I will quickly go ahead and tell you what it does. So it's nothing but a Chrome extension. So the fundamental aspect of this Chrome extension is to have a proof of your internet history, and then it can be stored locally, it can be stored on your own private server that you can host, or it can be stored on a shared VPS. That's a default service that we are providing. So this extension records all your browsing history, the amount of time that you spent on specific page, and then it builds out a recommendation engine which will go ahead and provide you largely 3 things. So based on your browsing history, we are going to give you gigs which are very specific to you, specific to your expertise. So let's just say you have an experience with React. So you must have browsed at least 2 years of React.js, and that's why our algorithm will identify that this person is browsing Stack Overflow, is browsing React.js documentation. So he's definitely a React.js expert. And if he is, then we can give you gig specific to that task. So our algorithm would go ahead and identify that he is an expert there, and it will give you gigs based on that. We would also give you personalized deals and vouchers. So think Groupon. So what the idea is that that you can go ahead and have a specific voucher. Let's just say that you are searching for some flights, or we somehow have identified that you're a very frequent flyer. So we will go ahead and give you a specific and exclusive deal on frequent flying, which is given by our partners. And the third thing is matching you with the right community. So let's just say that you are someone who's very interested in chess, or you're someone who's very interested in cycling or hiking, for example. So we will go ahead and say, hey, there is a Reddit community that you should look at, or hey, there is a Discord group that you must join. So the extension that we have right now. So this is the only real estate that we have on the extension. So webs are basically something that would be, we would curate based on your browsing history, and those would adding value to your experience. Apart from that, there is also one more thing that we want to have, is that you can go ahead and just, there would be multiple organizations which could go ahead and say that, hey, you know what, this part, or we want to index a specific part of your data, and we would offer you some monetary benefits for that, and you can go ahead and have complete control of your data and allow them to do that directly without any middleman. Yes, so this and all of this is not being on a centralized server. So what's happening is that our all the deals and everything are going on a smart contract, and that will be publicly be available, and there will be governance which will be deciding that which organizations are allowed what access, and based on that we will be indexing that information on locally, and so the system itself, the algorithm itself just needs a PC to run on, and they need to fetch from the smart contract what are the offers, deals available, and this can happen anywhere. So you don't need to sacrifice privacy, and it's not in a way that we control that data. Yes, so this browsing, so the overarching idea here is that we are building an data asset class of your browsing history, and we would allow organizations to bid on it. We would allow organizations, we would allow services to use that, and we will also build our in-house tools which would allow them, which will facilitate them to do this. Yeah, this is basically the user journey flow, and the individual. So our pitch to our users will be that you can take back control of your own privacy and data, and when you do that, there would be we would help you match better with right communities. We will help you get gigs, and in return, you will also get monetary benefits. So it's a win-win-win situation for him. On the organization side, or on the people who are actually creating those, we are saying that, hey, your customer acquisition cost is right now so high, we are going to reduce that, or we are going to say to the organizations that, hey, it's so difficult for you to find the right people. This recommendation engine will allow you to do that. This is the user flow for that. So we are also using zero knowledge proofs. So the idea is that when the browser history is vectorized, after vectorization, there is a proof that's created, and that proof is sent to the third party, which can be verified by the third party on chain. This way, they know that they're not modifying their browser history just for the sake of getting extra rewards or getting monetary. Yeah, that's it. There's an easily pluggable to any application that wants to access user data. No need to be a crypto organization. So that call to action can be an API or a smart contract transaction. So after you complete a well, that action can be a smart contract or an API. Yeah, this is a demo. Thank you.